Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. Today we're going to go ahead and review Frank No. 3 by Frank Los Angeles. And if you stick around till the end of the video, you'll have a chance at winning one of 5 samples, so please stay tuned. So Frank No. 3 is the 3rd fragrance in the Frank Los Angeles collection of fragrances. All the fragrances in the Frank Los Angeles collection retail for $130, and it's a 100 ml bottle, and it's a Eau De Parfum concentration. So I like that about this fragrance line, and it's a good bang for your buck, $130 for a niche perfume, and great quality, unique fragrance here. Now, I don't have much experience with Frank No. 1 and No. 2, unfortunately, but the reason I wanted to check this one out is some folks came forward and told me how Costamor, a sister brand of Frank Los Angeles, has a fragrance or had a fragrance called Tabacca, and they basically rebranded the fragrance as Frank No. 3 because the Frank Los Angeles collection of fragrances had more success and momentum, and the owner, Elizabeth, decided to rebrand the Tabacca as Frank No. 3. Now, these are men's fragrances from what I researched online, at least all 3 of them, but I found this one to be quite unisex, and for a tobacco that's pretty nice. Let's go over our notes real quickly. So we've got spices, apple peel, jasmine, rose tea, raw tobacco leaves, dried tobacco leaves, rare woods, and amber. So upon initial spray we get this fruity, spicy note at the top. It's a bit fruity, it's a bit spicy, a little aromatic, and it kickstarts the fragrance really nicely. I like that about the top, and it's unique. Now, I thought the fragrance was pretty unique as far as the tobacco scent goes, and I did mention that it is pretty unisex for a tobacco, because it's a tobacco, but it's not like the in-your-face, big, bold tobacco. And I think the jasmine also, later on, that comes in here, kind of makes it a little more feminine, even though I'm not going to say this is a feminine fragrance. It's definitely more unisex-leaning tobacco, even though this is a men's fragrance, from what I researched online. So the tobacco leaves kick in, you start picking up the tobacco, which I really love. That tobacco, like I said, usually adds this masculinity to fragrances, but this one is definitely more on the unisex leaning. Finally, we have some ambery, woody notes that come in the dry down. And at this time, the fragrance has pretty much very much become a skin scent for me. What I love about this fragrance is the tobacco is, smeared in like this caramelly, honey-like amberiness, which is really, really unique. And then with that fruity note and the spices, that's what I loved about the fragrance. But what I didn't like about Frank No. 3 is because the majority of the time I was wearing it, it was mostly a skin scent. I had no projection and no sillage with this one. I'm not sure if it's because my nose was fatigued every time I wore it, but I wore it several times, and as you can see, I've used up quite a lot, and the fragrance just didn't project. I've asked a few folks about it, and everyone that I've asked says this is a great fragrance, it projects, and it does have some sillage, but with my experience with the fragrance, unfortunately, I didn't experience any of that. But as far as the scent goes, it's a really, really unique tobacco, or take on tobacco, and I love that about Frank No. 3. Also, the great thing about Frank No. 3 is, and the entire Frank Los Angeles line, is the price. I think it's a great, great price and worth checking out. Now, you might not have the same experience with this one when you wear it as far as the projection and sillage are concerned, so perhaps you should pick up a sample or something. I'll have a link below to Lucky Scent. You can buy the fragrance there or a sample there. But it's a shame because whenever I think of tobacco fragrances, I think of like these big, bold fragrances, something like Tobacco Vanille, which is over the top, big and bold with plenty of projection and sillage. But I think this makes it a little unique for me because I can actually wear now a tobacco scent to an everyday type of an occasion, and I won't overwhelm my surroundings, the folks around me. Now, I would never be able to do that with a fragrance like Tobacco Vanille because it's so big and loud. But this one can be a little more intimate. You can kind of wear it for maybe intimate settings, perhaps with your loved one or someone. or just wear it any day. It's a great scent to wear, you know, to go to work with. I think found out great about this one is because it was so close to my skin. I pretty much wore it most anywhere, and I didn't get any negative comments from anyone. Cool thing about it is also that the fragrance did last just very close to the skin. I found myself smelling myself, and I do still smell the fragrance on me, but just didn't have any projection or sillage of any kind. I guess at the very beginning, around the first hour, you do get some projection, maybe a tiny bit of sillage, more projection than the sillage, but after that, it's mostly a skin scent for me. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you'll have a chance at winning a sample of Frank No. 3. All you have to do is please put a comment down below and put down why you want to win the Frank No. 3 sample and what you like about tobacco fragrances, and also please put down the state you live in, as this is only open to USA residents. There will be 5 winners, and you also have to make sure you're subscribed to this channel. There's a subscribe button at the top. Please subscribe. And in 3 to 5 days, we'll run the random.org and we'll pick the 5 winners. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this quick video review for Frank No. 3 by Frank Los Angeles. Let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance or this brand or any tobacco fragrances. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Please put them down and we'll start a conversation. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like this video, please share it, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.